I'll apologize to Ed in advance if he can hear us. We're going to skip the areas for today just because we're running behind. Just a reminder, the photographer is here. That's why I'm in fancy dress, because I figured I would at least have a photograph.
Who's shooting now?
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. I'm putting a jacket on.
Is he ready to shoot now?
No,
Who's shooting
I'll
now?
wake up. He's not quite ready. He's going to be ready in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Who wanted, other than me, is anybody else going to take, Kevin, anybody else want to do a retake of the pictures? Only the two of us?
That's it?
Oh, I guess that's good.
I couldn't,
I didn't see
Get
the
ready.
first ones.
yeah.
So, I'm happy to do it again.
Okay, all right. I mean, and we haven't even paid him for the first round, so we're trying to figure that all out. So we will figure out something. Don't worry about payment. If you need to take another shot, let's go ahead and make it worthwhile. Okay, so that's that. No, I couldn't see the screen, but it's very fuzzy. All right.
Did everybody pay your dues?
No. Well, I didn't check as of this morning, but I commented on those that were the first. David Putty was the first. I think it was Mark who was next. Anyway, I think Laura and a few others. So there's a. Not sure if you can hear. Oh, wrong place. It's just too much technology to handle. 2 computers and all the rest of it.
It looks fascinating.
So we'll move on to the next thing. David, under your category, you were going to
I will
have,
talk very briefly, it's just,
we're going to have
Weird.
the son-in-law
yeah,
chat.
let me just do the mortgage side real
Okay,
quick.
real quick.
It's just something that dawned to me only the last few weeks. We often talk about affordability, and when we have trouble selling someone, it's often boiled down to affordability. Am I right in saying that? I can't afford it. Well, why? And that's often the puzzle. A few days ago, there's a little news article that says most Canadians are $500 away from bankruptcy.
I heard 250.
Or 250?
Yeah,
My
I
apology,
heard that.
okay, had the number wrong. We get different statistics. Canadian is spending $1.86 on every dollar that we earn, or actually the disposable dollar that we have. Now, the funny thing with $1.86 is, you might say, I don't. Now remember, it's average. If you don't, that means the person beside you is spending $3.20. Right? Because it's not everybody, it's average. Why? Why? So I woke up one day and go, think about how we qualify for a mortgage. We all know the debt ratio, but let's look at real numbers. That's my thought. And understanding this may help us sell more homes. Actually, I'm going to take a similar presentation to car salespeople and almost anybody, because often they have a product. People will say, I like it, until it comes to the price. It's like, oh, I can't afford it. Why? Well, I'm going to use the example. Sorry, this is just thought of last minute. $100,000 income as an average. Let's not argue over whether it is or isn't. I think it's a good number to use. I did it on a spreadsheet, so if you want to argue as 85 or 120, I just simply change that number. But just for round figure's sake. So, first thing we forget is we have civic duty to support the rest of the country. At 100,000 is somewhere in the 35–40% tax rate. In fact, if you take all the other taxes into account, it's more than 40%. So let's just use 40%. That means the take-home pay on $100,000 is $5,000 a month. We forget that, right? $5,000 in your pocket. Now, when they come to someone like us for a mortgage, what do? We use 32/40. Okay, sometimes 35, 36. That's just all in that ballpark for debt ratio. Well, what does that mean? It means you shouldn't spend more than $2,300 or $2,900 a month for your mortgage expenses. We know all that. $3,500 total. But wait a minute now. The $2,900 includes taxes and heat. Now, you folks in Toronto are lucky. I see $700,000 houses paying $2,000 taxes. Oh yes. Oh yeah, they pay, whereas most of us pay roughly 1%, as the suggested provincial guideline. So if I take, say, $400 off, which really is not a lot of money, plus some heating factors, the mortgage portion is down. First of all, you're not going to buy a whole lot. By the way, here's my new mental thinking. $100,000 under the stress test, you're good for about $330,000, $350,000 mortgage. Quick way, everything that just go up and down accordingly. Not a whole lot in the city if you want to get the qualified mortgage. So that's question number one, what can they buy? So let's assume we did. That's our job. We massage things. So to get them a mortgage, they go in and they're spending roughly $3,500 a month. The reality of that is, if you spend this, or the $3,000 or so for your mortgage, under the debt ratio, first of all, you have $600 left for your car expenses and credit cards. How many cars can you lease for $583? I believe I looked at a Toyota Corolla. I was thought, I'm gonna go cheap. Even that, if you go about with taxes, is close to $400 or $500. How many family can live on one car payment, no credit cards? Okay, so what happened when they come to us is we play, we massage, we consolidate, got the mortgage, right? Pay the loans up, whatever. Life comes along 2, 3, 4 years later. That one car ain't gonna do. Especially when someone have a set of triplets, they're gonna find 2 cars. It happened, right? So what do? They don't care. They go out there, car company give you leases, next you know is there's another car lease for $400 a month. Or, by the way, the dumbest thing is people don't know mathematics. I had a client who's in trouble, came, we were talking about debt consolidation. He didn't like the fees. Then he came back and talked again. They said, I figured it out. He said, I got a new BMW diesel. I said, you did what? His lease payment got way up. He said, yeah, but I'm saving on gas money. I go, okay. Okay, people can do mathematics. So typically, this is killing people. This goes up. Now, let's go a bit further. If you take home $5,000 and you're, go by the book, spending $3,500, never mind about the extra car and all that for the moment, that leaves you $1,500 for everything. Look at some of us, our cell phone bill was probably close to that at one time. This is car insurance, groceries, kids' bills, travel, whatever, you name it, gas. How much are groceries, ladies? I'm curious. What's it?
$500 a month.
500? If it's 500 a month, that's not eating out money, just groceries, you're down to 100. What about your gas, your insurance, your kids? Am I off time?
Got your internet.
Yeah, we gotta speed
Okay,
it up.
so the problem here is this.
Netflix.
So people started using credit cards, lines of credit to stay alive. There's your problem. We need to fix that if you want to sell them more homes. So that's my quick thought.
Well done.
Do you want me to introduce the other part? He
Yes,
doesn't know
yes,
anything
yes.
about that yet.
Yeah, no, so that's on the agenda now.
Todd, I'm going to swing a quick one on you. I didn't want to tell you, so didn't want you to prepare.
Oh, perfect.
You really, Todd is doing mortgage part-time. Now, Todd has a special spot in my heart. He married my daughter, so I have to look after him. And they just gave us grandson number 8, so well, I should suggest he's 9 months old now.
Yeah.
But Todd impressed me that even though he's doing it part-time in Kitchener area, I think Dale knows him. And yeah, he got voted in a few months ago to be, what's the title? Best.
Best mortgage broker in Waterloo Region, voted by the local newspaper.
Now, it's not that. That's just bragging right. It's what he did. Is how did he do this? Actually, I'm going to let you just tell what you told me briefly. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I thought it's more, because you told me about BombBomb.
Oh, yes.
You told me about
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
all those work in conjunction, because he said to me, not one of them really gave you direct, but
Yeah, so,
come a minute, real quick,
yeah,
that's all.
so quickly how I did it was, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with BombBomb and the video marketing programs. And so I signed up for BombBomb because I thought it was cool, interactive. It was a great way to be personable. But as I started using it, I started to notice that I could have a lot more influence by simply just stating exactly what I wanted the clients or the people that were on my list to send out, if I just tell them exactly what to do, they would do it. So the award was based on voting. So I just sent it out to everyone, and I put a link in the video, and I simply said, please click the link to vote for me. Well, the nice thing about BombBomb is I could tell exactly which person voted for me because they clicked. But it was incredible how I had over 95% click rate on that, simply by just telling them.
Wow.
And I previously sent out just a plain email with it, and no one really responded to it. So, yeah, so that was one way. And then another way, I've been getting referrals through Twitter and Instagram. It's been a phenomenon that I wasn't expecting. And I was just talking to David this morning, just before the meeting. I've got another referral from a local realtor where I've just been posting different things, not specifically about me, but just trying to keep it personable. And it's been so simple where they simply send me a direct message or a DM through the app, and they ask me for my email address or the best way to contact me, and then they send their clients to my profile. The client gets an idea of who I am, they see who I am. So I've had these referrals where we set up a phone call, and they're telling me they already know about me. I haven't had to sell anyone. They've simply said, we noticed that a realtor gave a couple of names and we really liked you based on your profile.
Are you doing anything specific through Twitter or Instagram, like you're sending out calls to action or anything like that?
No, I'm keeping it pretty simple, not doing any of that. And the reason I've been doing that is simply because I noticed that there are a lot of people in my industry that are doing that. So I'm trying to separate myself. So a lot of the time I'm putting just a picture up, and I'm putting an inquisitive picture up. So it might be just oil cans. Well, what the heck is Todd Foster, the mortgage guy, posting oil cans for? It causes them to then click the read more. They read what's going on. And the nice thing about Instagram is I can go in and it will show me all the statistics for it. So it shows me how many people it reached, who's clicked my profile. If they've clicked my profile, there's a good chance they're trying to get my contact information. And I found that to be extremely effective. Like I said, a lot of these people that are I'm getting prepared to tell them what I'm all about. They're already telling me, well, we know what you're all about. Just tell me what documents you need from me. So that's kind
Awesome.
of
Wow,
how
that's
it's
really
been going
good.
about it.
I'll tell you why, Rodney.
Generating business.
I kid myself, and I'm like the rest of us. We know all this. We talk about it. I can tell you how to do it, but we have a little problem.
We don't do it.
Implementation.
The oil can was my idea. I'm gonna have to take that little thunder back. I thought of that one day. I saw a Canadian Tire, this whole rack, huge rack of different brand of oil. Picture that. I took a picture of that, and I sat on it for 3 weeks, didn't know what to do. I knew what I wanted to say. He was in, I said, let's test it on the Instagram. So all we did was on there put in, there are more mortgage options than oil selection. Some people go by price. How do you choose your mortgage? And within 15 minutes, go, David, look, I forget. All these people responding.
So 5 people viewed my profile from that post, reached 303 people.
It was just a stupid thing as far as my mind's concerned, right? Just oil from Canadian Tire on a picture of the oil. Because really it's true, because you can get a cheap can for $3.50, I think you still can, or you can get synthetic for $15. Why? Some people swear by certain brand and some people swear at it, so.
I mean, look at muscle carb zinc oil. It's like $20 a liter.
European oil, right? But everybody has a reason. Then there are people like my dad go, no, I'll grab the cheapest. That's how we shop.
We need a picture of a do-it-yourself doctor.
Todd,
Yep.
can I steal that one and revamp it for real estate?
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, for sure.
Actually, you don't, afterwards I thought that there's so many things you can do, not just the oil. I went to the used car lot, took a picture of that.
Hey, grocery
right?
store,
All
the
the
food,
cars.
the food
Yeah,
aisle,
there's so
grocery
many
store.
things that, in fact, I'm racking my brain for oil cans. To me, it hits male audience better. It resonates more. I can't think of what would resonate with ladies. Is it
Oh,
makeup? Is it, huh? Like,
Okay.
do you go for the top of the
We
line
gotta- we gotta
Walmart
talk
or no?
afterwards. Of course. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So that's twice now, the male and the female. We're all mixed up now. So you don't have to have a male
No
and
more
a female.
gender
You already
issues.
talked about us grocery
So you
shopping.
want to go-
I don't do that
think it
kind of
matters
stuff.
about
I'm
gender.
more about the oil cans, so let's just.
I think it resonates for female just as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't, you
Doesn't
don't have to
matter.
put
It's
a
just
male
a
and a
teaser,
female,
right?
just, yeah.
It's just a teaser, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's true, that's true. We're not explaining the pros
I
and
want to do
cons.
it.
I can't tell you the last time I was in a grocery
Yeah.
store, my husband does all the groceries, so there you go.
Yeah.
You went grocery store? Really?
Okay,
Same here.
What?
I'll stick with the schedule.
Cooking food.
Okay. We've stopped our experiment, so.
Oh, you had to stop?
No, because the internet was part of the problem, so we'll
Yeah,
have
for
to
some
talk about
reason.
it.
Do we need
But
to
it's
try it
been
with one of
fun.
our internets, like if you need to,
No,
borrow
that would
mine or
be-
something?
That would
Would
be
that be-
crazy, it would suck up all your data.
it would?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
so-
normally have 18 gig going through, right now it's 1.2, so I don't know what happened with that. I find that every day it just drops. We're on fiber.
Mine dropped yesterday and actually broke the breaker.
No, that would be two different things. The internet won't use the breaker. But Rogers didn't lose service for 1.5 days in Mississauga, so there's something going on. All Rogers internet went down. Down.
Russian interference.
I don't believe that. I think Mr. Trump sent some spies here.
Okay, we got Jonathan on then? Then?
We're going to move to Jonathan. Now, I think the photographer's ready.
We gotta get Lou to join us.
Did anybody-
Lou, you're all dressed up, are you having a picture taken again? Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Did you see the picture that he took?
Not him.
It was windy outside.
Well, I'll come up then?